one, framework that the school follows is called expeditionary learning, and can you kind of describe for me what that is?
Sure. I like your word choice. Expeditionary learning is a framework or a way of approaching instruction that supports the needs of all the students that we serve. Expeditions are carefully designed units of study that have an essential question that we're trying to answer. At Prescott, an expedition is generally about a trimester long. And so, for example, our students have been studying social studies themes, and so there's an expedition on regions of the United States. So the essential question might be how does the geography of regions of the United States influence the economies? And then students throughout their day are working on answering that question in a variety of ways. So that might show up during language arts time, that might be tied into mathematics, that might come into science, as well as the social studies piece. So the children pursue the same standards that all the kids in Iowa are going after, the Iowa core standards, but we seek to keep the day as integrated as possible for the children while they're learning, to help them, support them in making connections. Other characteristics of learning expeditions include field work. So that's when the walls of the classroom open up and kids are out in the community. Again, we're still going for the same standards as all the other kids, but we're using a slightly different approach. Another element of it is celebrating learning with authentic audiences. So at the end of basically each trimester, every grade level.
Can you give an example of what an expedition would look like, I guess? Like what, you had mentioned a theme, like what sorts of activities might go along with a certain I guess maybe a recent expedition?
Sure, yes. So we have an expedition that explores how to be a scientist. So the kids are studying the scientific method. They're reading biographies and autobiographies of scientists. They are practicing applying those skills, maybe during language arts time, as well as during math and science and social studies. Maybe for this week, we're focusing on being observant. And so we seek to dive deep into that essential question and teach it across all the content areas across the day. So there's not an expedition time. It can happen throughout the day. That grade level or those classrooms may invite scientists in to talk about their real practice and what it's like. They may go out into the community and either act as scientists or observe scientists doing their jobs. So that's what an expedition looks like.
Yeah. Okay.